Hello, welcome to the next part in the Tetris tutorial. So we've got now our shapes, not only are they moving around and rotating on command, they are also, when they get to the bottom of the screen, I guess we'll call it, then they write themselves to the background. So we did a lot of work on that class, the background class, and now we're going to try to see if we can't figure out a way to make it so that these Tetris shapes recognize when they're on top of another shape instead of just floating through each other. So before I go into it, actually, I'm going to make it a little easier. I don't like the way that I did it the last tutorial, so this is the exact same code that we left off with, but I'm going to change this from check bottom. Okay, all of this actually. I'm going to take all of this out. I'm going to cut that so anything to deal with the shape, and I'm just going to write whatever. Draw shapes, and we're gonna have more than one, so we'll do draw shapes. And I already have this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just change this to an S. Okay, I'm gonna take over this, and I'm gonna put all that code that's in here. Okay, so we're gonna display the shape, we're gonna move it down, but we don't necessarily want to move it down. So this is kind of where I want to reorganize. So the code that we used that would check to see if it was on the bottom, and if it were, then it would write the shape. We're going to take that out of here. So this part right here is check bottom. Let's just cut that out. Cut that code. Okay, delete that method. Because we're going to put it inside of here. So we're going to put that right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that right here. Just like that. So now we got rid of that one. And we're not going to draw shape. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. So, if it's not active, we're going to do that whole thing. Okay, so we're just basically going to write the shape to the background, background.write shape. Okay, and let's see, I think that should work the same. So that should be exactly the same. Let me just double check, make sure it's working the same. Okay, let me just double check one more thing. Okay, so yeah, it's working the same. So now we want to talk about this. So do we really want this thing to move down? So, well, actually, yeah, that's fine. Let's leave it for now. What we're gonna do, so now we've at least got all of our shapes code kind of in the same place. And what we want to do now is we don't want to just move it down. So we want to basically write some code that will make sure that it can move down. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to check the background colors below it and make sure they're all black. Anytime any of these blocks sees a color that's not black, then we want to tell it not to move down. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to say if check background, let's call it check back, and we'll pass in the background. So we're going to take the method of the background to check. So we're going to check against it. If it if it checks the back and it's all black, let's say that this is a true statement. If it's all black, there's no color underneath it, we'll go ahead and move it down, and then we'll do so we'll say if that, then we'll move down, and then we'll say else if it's not. So if this is a false statement that there is stuff, we'll say shape dot is active equals false. So the same thing we were doing if it reaches the bottom. Excuse me. Remember in the shape class, what allowed this to write was the moment we make it inactive. So once it gets to the bottom where this part right here is greater than 22, that means it's on the bottom row, then we change this to false. So that's the part that actually allowed that to write. So that's what initiated all of that code. So now, of course, we have to write this method. So this is something that I've kind of described what you're going to do. So if you want to try to do that, you're going to write it in the shape class. Okay, good. I need to write that shape dot check back. So you're going to write the method check back in the shape class. You're going to pass in the parameter background object B, or whatever you want to call it, and you're going to check every block to make sure that the color below it is going to be black. Remember, background is a three-dimensional int, so that's going to be x and y, so you'll get that from the block. Each block has an x and a y, and the colors that go here, 0, 1, and 2, I'm sorry, yeah, the indices are 0, 1, 2 are going to be what represent R, G, and B. So you could do it either way. You could just check the R's, or you could check the amount, like the zeros, the ones, the twos there. It doesn't matter. It's the same. So anyways, go ahead and try to write that method, and I'll meet you when you're done. Okay, so it's working. Had a little bit of a problem. I accidentally was checking. So first of all, if you don't do this line of code right there, so let me little comment there. So check for out of bounds. So you get an out of bounds exception because we're going to actually be checking the box that is below the y, and since we're allowing y to go all the way down to 23, below it would be 23 plus 1 would be 24, and that's not going to exist. And also, if you'll notice, I've got a glitch in my code where basically, well, let me go to a different shape. When you rotate it like that and you're near the edge, you can sometimes jump. I haven't fixed that yet, and I will, but for right now I don't want to have a null pointer exception if I allow a block to get to be a -1 or something like that. So for stuff like that, I just added that. Oh, look, there I go. So I have this out of bounds exception. It shouldn't have occurred. Oh, it's for the right shape. So I can't write the shape to the x if it's -1. So it's the same thing. So I'm going to have to fix that for sure. So that's actually cool that that popped up right there. So anyways, that's what all of these if statements are. They're just making sure that our x's and y's are in bounds so that we can do this thing. Now, the key to this is that I created the y and the x for just to keep track of these to make it a little easier, because when you're using all these brackets to index the array that contains the coordinates of the shape, I'm also using those inside of the array that indexes the colors of the background. So I don't want to have a bunch of brackets everywhere, so I just thought it'd be easier to read the code if I did that. So that's why it's simpler to say the x and then the y plus 1. And then I did do a little loop here so that I don't have to check all three colors, because I've got A, B, and I've got R, G, and B. And if any of them are anything other than 0, which is black, then it'll return false. So that's basically telling the computer that there is something underneath you that is not black, therefore there's a shape there, or there was a shape there and now it's written on the background. So that's how it's going to do. So, and then of course if they all return 0, then it is black, and then that means that everything is clear, so you can keep on going. So now you can see that it's working properly. Alright, so we're not actually done, because I'll show you a little problem here. So actually I'm gonna finish it for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and post this video, because this is kind of where we're getting, and we've got a lot of glitches to deal with at the end, but mostly I just want to keep this game being built. So it's possible that I could go through and fix all these glitches, but you can see it's working pretty good. There's two things I noticed when I watched this play out. The first is that it writes it immediately. So when this thing gets to the bottom, it automatically pops up. It doesn't give me a chance to slide it, which would be the real way to do it. So you should be able to, if you look at this, when I get to the bottom, I should be able to slide it over. There's this time that you have. Another problem I have is that I haven't actually stopped you from moving right. So I could go like that, and that's a problem. So I'm gonna have to fix that, and I'm gonna have to add the delay. So we'll work on all of that. Maybe not right away. I think what we're going to do is, yeah, we'll fix some of these problems along the way, but I think the next thing to do is to get this thing to make the thing disappear. Or maybe we'll do the side screen so you can see like the score and what the next piece coming up is. But you can see that this method right here works. So hopefully you like that, and I'll work on the next tutorial. See ya.